done the math in my head because
right. I just thought that was hilarious.
I thought they had got, because you don't know when they received their stock.
Right.
You know, they, for all we know, they could give it a week ago and they have it locked up, because they will do that.
Right.
You know, companies that have a product that they know is going to be big and they've marketed it already.
Yeah.
They will have it available in stock so that they don't have to worry about the stock getting there in time.
Right.
You know, my company that I work for does the same thing.
When I heard this story, I thought two things ran through my head. The audacity of ramming a building, you know, that's like Keystone Capers shit, you know what I mean? And then two, use somebody else's vehicle.
Whoa. Have they caught him?
Yeah, that's how they caught him. They caught him because they found the car, they ran the plates, and his name was on the registration. That's how they caught him.
Whoa.
So they pulled him into the interrogation.
Right.
They start questioning him, and lo and behold, he breaks. I give him credit though; he didn't give up anybody else.
Right.
So.
Well, for all we know, he wasn't involved, and he didn't want to get anybody else.
Right.
Like, he's taking the heat for it.
Well, yeah.
Like he got punked for his car. I mean, if you got a BMW,
right,
you're not really struggling. You know.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's what I'm thinking.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Then again, who knows the shape of the vehicle?
I just thought, when you first mentioned it, I'm like, well, that's kind of smart, man, because fucking street value of the iPhone 5, if you're putting it out there before it's released, you're gonna rake in some dough.
Right. No,
but he fucked himself even more so by doing it the day before the iPhone 5 comes out. When, of course, they're gonna drop the prices on their stock to get rid of all that shit. Like any company is doing right now. You can see it all over the fucking auto dealers. Must make room for 2013 stock, you know? 2012s are on their way out. Like, wow.
Of course. Well, yeah, I just thought that was, you know, and we talked about this a few shows back, and we talked about how the iPhone was coming out on September 5th, and you know, and every now and then I try and catch a story on that because I know you're interested in it. And after a while, I just got so sick of hearing about it, and then I read this story.
Well,
and the title on it was like iPhone Caper. You know, I'm like, oh fuck, another fucking. And then I started reading it. You know, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta fucking get this. It was just funny. It's just funny all the way around, you know.
Absolutely. But just to clarify, I totally love and appreciate the iPhone, and I believe it's the 4 that I have.
Right. What did I say? 5?
What you're saying is correct, but you're stating as if like I'm really into. It almost seems like I'm going to purchase it. I'm not going to get the iPhone 5
yet.
No. Well, I don't know. As long as my phone is working, I have no need for it. That was part of my argument at the beginning when we were talking about cell phones. They literally extended the phone so it's a little bit longer.
Right.
It's not wider, but it's longer.
Right.
So it's a little more awkward to fit in your pocket and stuff. That size is perfectly convenient.
So the urban community is more likely to buy it.
I don't have enough confidence in my body to compound that statement, Marin. I'm just going to let, if you want to say that, go right ahead, sir. Anyhow, my point is, we're talking like a half an inch to a quarter inch. They're talking centimeters when it comes to, the new screen.
Well, to women, a half an inch makes a big difference.
To women, to me, if my phone is any bigger, it's not going to make any impact to me, in my experience. Okay, so back to the cell phone analogy. That much screen is not that big of a deal, you know. The fact that I can watch YouTube or videos in a clear fashion, it's the monitor's quality, in my mind, is all that you really need, is the selling point.
Right.
The size it's such a little difference in size on watching whatever it is that you're watching on your screen. It's not that big a deal. And the kids today are walking around with these, they literally have to hold it from fingertip to fingertip.
Right.
This thing. And they're pressing it against their head. And it looks so stupid, like they're holding a book to their head. It almost feels like...
And yet they can't carry their fucking books to class.
Like, man, I've been on the phone for about 20 minutes here. Hey, help me out. Here, let me lean my head against you real quick, because my arm's getting tired. Or, dude, did you see the tripod attachment I got?
I've seen those phones. You had one of those phones where it had the little kickstand on the back.
Oh, that's for video chat. So you can just sit it in front of you and look at somebody.
Right, I remember that.
But if you're using the earpiece, it's useless.
Right.
So I just think it's stupid. I mean, my point being is I'm fine with this phone. I'll ride it out until it's broken, and then I'll look into purchasing the iPhone 5 if
and mine's the same way. And you've seen my phone, dude. My phone's like it's like the oldest version of a touchscreen that there is. But that's
not the one you have now.
No, my older one,
your old phone,
the other one I had, yeah.
But it's polar opposites to the phone you have now, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right. And you needed to make that change. I mean, eventually you had to get into the smartphone because of how much capability you have now.
Right. Yeah, of course. But it's like I said, when I had it, it was like people were like, "Well, you should get this." You get this phone's. All I do is make phone calls, man. I don't even like texting people. And the only reason I text on this one here is because it has voice. What do they call it? Voice to text.
Voice to text.
Voice to text. Where someone will text me and I'll be like, "No, I'm not gonna do that right now. I gotta do this," and then boom, the shit pops up on the screen. You know, and that's one of the reasons why I text now. You know. People go, how do you text so fast? Really? I talk to the fucking phone.
And recording video footage and being able to upload it directly to your page.
And you want to know the funny thing? What? I still haven't figured out how to do that. And I'm sure it's something really simple. Yeah. You know?
You'll figure it out.
Yeah. I have my son doing everything for me. I go, do me a favor, Bryce, what? Can you give me Netflix on this thing? Yeah. Or no, actually what happened, he got Netflix on there and YouTube, and then I go, how the fuck you do that? Because every time I'd have to Netflix, and then I'd go to the site, you know. Yeah, exactly.
That's how he operates his computer.
So it
drives me crazy.
One day my son hands me back my phone, and I see all these new different colors on my shit. Right? I'm like, what the fuck you do to my phone? He goes, nothing. And I go, well, what's this shit here? And I look, you know, and I go, I got Netflix on my phone. He goes, yeah. I go, so I don't have to. He goes, no, you just tap the fucking button. I'm like, cool. He goes, yeah, and I got YouTube too. I go, can you put Facebook on there? Oh yeah, he hands it to me. Goes, there you go. I go, holy shit. I'm fascinated the way his fucking mind works.
You can sign in to the Thinkorswim YouTube site.
Yeah.
And it should be able to give you our history. So you can check up on the status of how our videos are doing. Like our recordings.
Oh, okay.
I mean, right now you're probably under Bugs Bunny or whatever your personal YouTube.
Right. You can't be giving people my name like that. You got to edit that out, man. I have a private life.
Yeah. That's why you're posting it on YouTube. So no one can see it. Your content alone will do that, Marin. Your son's parkour.
Yeah.
I think will scare everybody away from your YouTube page.
And that'll do it for this week's show.
And one final reminder, you can contact the show at soswithwam@yahoo.com. Facebook page, SOS space WITHWAM, and Twitter, WESROD76. Thank you for tuning in to Sink or Swim with Wes and M. My name is Wes Rodriguez from Marin, Flores. What's your dream?